Formaji YouTube video k lia oper jo tum ny story lik kdhs k oper tai men strong hook lik k do. Hook jandar. Suspenseful our curiosity si barpor hona chaye k mary vauer engage ho jn our video ko ntk deken title, The Boy Who Loved Birds. The forest was still when the boy stepped into the clearing. A faint rustle of wings brushed against his ears. The smell of wet soil lingered under the dim morning light. He lifted his eyes and searched the branches above him. Birds had always filled him with comfort. Their colors, their songs, their freedom. Today the trees were strangely quiet. No chirping, no movement, only his own breath echoing in the heavy air. He walked slowly toward an old fallen log. A cold breeze slid across his neck like a warning. The leaves around him trembled without wind. The boy felt the tiny hairs on his arms rise. He saw a single feather on the ground. Bright red, fresh, as if it had just fallen seconds earlier. He crouched to pick it up. The feather was warm, too warm. He felt a pulse in it, faint and rhythmic, as if it were alive. He froze. A soft whisper drifted from behind a wide tree trunk. Not a human voice. Not an animal voice. A thin, broken sound, like wings dragging over stone. The boy's heartbeat thudded in his ears. He stood slowly, gripping the warm feather. The whisper came again, closer this time. He stepped toward the tree. The air thickened. A metallic scent spread through the clearing. His throat tightened. He leaned forward and peeked behind the trunk. What he saw made his breath stop halfway in his chest. And the thing crouched behind the tree did not move at first. Its shape blended with the shadows, a hunched figure wrapped in feathers that glistened like wet ink. The boy stood frozen, unable to tell whether it was a bird or a person or something trapped between the two. His lungs tightened as he watched the creature slowly lift its head. A pair of eyes appeared. Large, reflective, unblinking. They flickered with a strange, liquid brightness, as if the creature had swallowed starlight and it leaked through its gaze. A soft wheezing breath escaped from its throat. The sound scraped across the air, dry and rasping, like a wing dragging across old bark. The boy felt the warm feather in his hand twitch again, once, then twice, as if responding to the thing in front of him. A sudden crack echoed through the clearing. A twig snapped under the creature's foot. The boy jolted back, his heart ramming into his ribs with such force that he felt a dull ache in his chest. The creature shifted its weight. Slow, deliberate. Each movement released a faint, unpleasant smell, a mixture of damp feathers and something metallic, like rusted tools. The smell seeped into the air and clung to the boy's throat. He wanted to run, but his legs refused to obey. He could only watch as the creature stretched one of its limbs forward. A wing, but the wing was wrong. Its feathers sprouted in irregular clumps, some torn, some bent, and some stained with dark streaks that shimmered unnaturally. The creature tilted its head, observing the boy with a strange curiosity. Its jaw opened slightly, revealing a row of sharp, narrow teeth, nothing like the beaks of the birds he loved. The boy felt his stomach twist as dread rippled down his spine. A soft thump sounded behind him. He spun around. A second feather had fallen, snow-white and perfectly clean, resting gently on the forest floor. The moment he bent down and picked it up, the forest around him shifted. The trees seemed taller, their trunks darker, the silence deeper. Even the air felt heavier, as if the entire forest held its breath. The boy glanced back toward the creature, but now it stood taller, its posture straighter, almost human-like. Something clicked in his mind. The feathers, the silence, the strange shifting of the forest. He realized the clearing was not empty. Other shapes lingered among the trees, faint silhouettes perched on branches, unmoving and silent. He squinted, trying to make out their forms. As his eyes adjusted, he saw dozens of them. Birds without movement, birds without sound, birds with eyes that glowed faintly in the dim light, watching him with an eerie stillness that made his skin crawl. A sudden wind rushed through the clearing. The leaves swirled around him in a dizzying spiral. The boy shielded his face as the wind intensified, carrying with it a chorus of faint whispers. The voices sounded like feathers brushing against stone, thin and fragile, but filled with an urgent warning. The warm feather in his hand began to glow with a faint red light. The white feather shimmered with a cold, silvery sheen. The glow spread up his fingers and warmed his palms, as if the feathers pulsed with their own heartbeat. The creature stepped closer. Its eyes widened with a strange recognition when it saw the glowing feathers. A tremor ran through its body, and its wings rustled violently. The whispers in the wind grew louder. The boy felt something shift inside his chest. A strange pressure. A vibration that moved beneath his skin, matching the rhythm of the glowing feathers. He stumbled backward, clutching them tightly. The trees around him seemed to lean forward, their branches twisting like long, crooked fingers reaching toward him. Shadows crawled across the ground, stretching and bending in unnatural directions. The forest no longer felt alive. It felt aware, watching, waiting. The creature raised one wing and pointed toward the boy.